Few lures are as iconic as the Wolverine Tackle's Silver Streak Spoon. When it comes to catching Great Lakes trout and salmon, Mark and Jake Romanack of Fishing 411 TV have depended on Silver Streak spoons for more than 30 years. This week, the 411 boys travel to Olcott, New York, where they hit the chinook and coho bite head on. It's drag screaming action on the lead core, downrigger, and diver lines. In fact, every lure in the water fires again and again, making for one of the most exciting big water episodes our boys have ever captured on video.
Didn't even have time to get all the lines in the water.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's definitely not a big one, but it's a start, and we got one going on that rigger too. So it's a good sign. That one's a little better fish.
I was going to say that might be a little better.
No,
I'll just put a little tension on him while you're fighting yours. When that one gets close, Jake, just holler and I'll scoop him for you.
This one's not very big at all, Dad. So you just handle that one, and I'll get this one in here.
Yeah, this is a better fish here, as evidenced by the drags screaming out. Oh no 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 no! I think mine just came off. Yeah. Nope, mine's still there. Got a little coho, huh? Before you reset that, Jake, you might as well just grab that landing net because this one's not far. Let me get on this side here and see if I can open up a little space.
Oh yeah, that's a nice fish, Dad.
Yeah, that's a tuna there. I can keep him out of that downrigger line for you. There we go. That's where he needs to be, right at the back. That's where he needs to be. We got a shot at him right here, Jakers.
Good morning,
Nice.
Lake Ontario.
Baby, look at that monster. That is a beautiful king salmon, and that's why you come to Lake Ontario. Woohoo! Hold on.
Got one on the rigger here, Dad. Oh yeah, we're tight on them. We're tight on them.
You want to switch?
Oh
I'll give
yeah,
you this 10 color.
This one I think's smaller, so keeping us busy this morning though. We're running around the boat like crazy all morning just trying to get lines in the water. And these Lake Ontario fish are keeping us busy. Oh, it looks like a steelhead.
Maybe a steelhead.
I'm gonna let you do your thing, Dad. I think I'll be able to have no problem. Keep him coming in just like this.
Look at that.
Got him. It's a nice fish too.
Nice work. Well, that's a beautiful, beautiful fish.
All right, let's show this one off. There's not a food shortage in Lake Ontario. Look how fat that steelhead is. What a gorgeous, gorgeous fish. Sun coming up, sun shining on him. Woo! Doesn't get much better than that right there.
Fishing 411 TV is brought to you in part by the Ultimate Sports Show Tour. Fishing 411 TV is brought to you in part by Fishhawk Electronics. Going fishing without a fishhawk is called boating.
While I'm fighting this fishing, it's going to be a good long while. Really, the only thing to keep in mind is just stay tight on this fish. When he runs like he's doing now, let him run. When he stops, you can start to work him closer to the boat. We keep our drags pretty loose. We want those fish to be able to run when they need to run. If that drag is a little too tight, put a little bit too much pressure on that fish, will tear free. Lead core has no give in it. And we have a braid backer on our lead core lines here, and that has no give in it. So the only give in this system is the leader, about 35, 36 feet of fluorocarbon, and of course the rod itself. So you got to keep those drags light, you got to be patient, and just work them until you get them. And this one's going to make me pay for them, that's for sure. There you go.
Keep coming.
Come on, big guy. Walk with me here. He ain't done yet there, Jakers.
Right up that way.
Trying. Okay, I'm gonna give him a big pull. Oh! Did you get him in the net?
Oh, it's a big king.
Oh my word, look what I'm holding on here. Rod, broken line, big tuna in the basket. Oh man, Jake.
That's so cool.
Woo! That was a battle, epic battle. I can't wait to show you this one. Woo! Kicked my butt. Love it. Woo! Whoa. Look at that big old fish. That, my friends, is a chinook, aka king salmon. And that's a good one. For this time of year, that's a real good one. Whew. You know, if I can catch my breath for a second, I'll try and flesh things out for us. Literally every presentation has caught a fish now. So we have our spoon program in the water today. So we're running Magnum streaks from Wolverine tackle. We have them on our downriggers. We have them on our diving planers. We have them on our lead core. So every single presentation has caught fish. That means we're in the fish zone. And we'll give a lot of the credit to our Fishhawk because we came out here today cold turkey, hadn't fished a body of water in about a year, and used our temperature probe, found good salmon temperature, dropped our gear down to that depth. Game on. You just can't beat a Fishhawk when it comes to getting on fish fast. Whew, I am out of breath.
Hooked up, Dad. Trying to literally retie this rod. This trigger's going off. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. The nice thing about this fish is I don't have any lines really left on this side, so you shouldn't tangle into any of my lines anyways.
Yeah, I got your lead core over here. I'm just going to keep it out of the way for the time being and give you as much room as possible. That's one of the things about salmon is that you don't steer them, they steer you. So you just got to go with the flow.
Yes, sir. You know, one of the things I love about downriggers is how easy of a setup it is. It's basically just a big lead ball that gets you down to weight, gets you down to depth very quickly. I get a lot of questions about our downrigger setups. This particular setup right here, the Starfire X Trolling Series, it's an 8.5 foot medium light type action. I like to run a little bit lighter rods for my downriggers because it's easier to see when you get those small bites, those little bites. Now obviously when you have a fish this size on, it doesn't seem to matter, but it also gives you that shock absorption. These fish are so powerful and they hit so hard that that rod kind of absorbs some of that shock when the fish hits. And then we team that up with either 25-pound test mono or fluorocarbon. That's kind of user's choice when it comes to these downriggers. I don't know if it's going to get you more bites going to fluorocarbon, but it definitely is a more abrasion-resistant line. So you have that option if you want to add it on. Just teamed in with a level line reel. Pretty simple setup to get down to depth where these salmon live. Hook into them and have a ton of fun. I can't get them to move. He's got to have that line wrapped around him funny because something's not right.
There he is. He just came unwrapped.
Here you go, Dad. Got him coming here towards you. Get him a little closer. There you go.
Oh, no. Got hung up on the boat here. Come on.
There you go.
God. I almost lost that one for you, Jake. The net caught on a cleat just at the last second.
Oh, let's show him off. Does it get much better than summertime tuna in Lake Ontario? These fish are hungry this morning. Holy cow.
Fishing 411 TV is brought to you in part by Abyss Battery. Power your pursuit. Fishing 411 TV is brought to you in part by Big Bite Baits and Steel Shad Premier Fishing Lures. Smokercraft Incorporated and Suzuki Outboards presents the 411 on Fishing.
We've been two-motor trolling today. We're using our Suzuki EFI kicker to give us our primary forward thrust. We're using our Garmin Kraken on the bow as steerage to be able to navigate. But we also have a third product involved here that we're using that's really important to us. And right here it's called the iTroll. And what it is a digital throttle control. And by just taking this rheostat and turning it up and down, we can dial the speed in very, very precisely. And for the most part today, we've been going about 1.2 miles an hour, speed over ground, going upriver. And once we figured out what that good speed was, it was so easy to duplicate that again and again and again with the iTroll. Digital throttle controls are definitely something you want to look at if you're a serious open water troller.
There he goes. Yeah, come back and get it. Hit it once and missed it. Came right back and smacked it, Dad.
Oh, I love seeing that. It was so cool. Fish bites and we see the fish bite, but it didn't get hooked up. Jake runs over, shakes the rod a little bit, taps the rod, bam, it fires right in his hand. Don't get much better than that.
Now, I would like to say that that tap was the reason it came back and bit, but I don't know if I can take that credit.
I don't know who's getting the credit, but I will guarantee you there is a fish hooked on, and you're the one holding it. Good job.
All right, here. I think we got him coming here. Let's see if I can get him around that downrigger. Ooh, that's a big fish.
That is a big
fish.
You keep his head above that. Oh, look at that. It's Jaker.
Nice
Look at that
fish. Keep him coming. A little further. A little further. Go ahead and get him down. Yep.
Whoa, Jakers!
I'm getting him coming now, Dad. Ready? He's got to come quick here now. He just does not want to get off. Ready?
Yep.
Got him?
I got him. I got him. There's your 25-pounder right there.
That fish kicked my butt.
It wasn't pretty, was it?
Oh.
Boy, I tell you what.
It's pretty hard to make it pretty when you got them that size. They just go where they want to go. We had the fish to the back of the boat, inches from the net, straight back down to the bottom again, right, left, tangled into lines. We got them in the boat. That's what matters. Boy, if the camera adds 10 pounds, you're looking at a 30-pound king salmon. Well, maybe 35. That is a big salmon right there. That thing's got to be 24, 25 pounds. Just thick, fat Lake Ontario king. Whew, I'm shaking. My arms are sore. That is what salmon fishing in the Great Lakes is all about. You know, one of the things I feel like is extremely important when we're trout and salmon fishing is scent. They're one of these species of fish that they smell in parts per billion. So the smell of something is a very important reason as to why they choose to eat it or not to eat it. And there's a lot of ways to fish scent incorrectly, but if you go with a regimen to fish it correctly, I think that you'll find it puts more fish in the boat for you day in and day out. And so one of the things that we do is we want to make sure that we start with a clean spoon. So here's the spoons that we've been fishing today, and basically I just have a little Tupperware container here from the dollar store and a little scrub brush from the dollar store, and I put a little soap and water in there, and I go ahead and I just scrub that spoon up and get it clean. And then from there, now you don't have any of these foreign odors on the bait itself, so then you can go ahead and you can add Procure. And a little bit goes a long ways. You really don't have to put a ton of Procure on the spoon, but just a little bit on there is exactly what you need to add a little bit of scent. You know, the way I like to explain it is that if your armpits stink, putting a little bit of deodorant on there isn't going to fix the smell of your armpits. It's just a cover scent. When you have a fish that smells in parts per billion, you want to make sure that you're dealing with something that's clean before you add that scent to it. That combination right there, adding the smell good to a clean lure, is just dynamite for catching these salmon. Just like that, Dad, keep them coming. It's a nice king. Nice fish. A little closer. Got him in the scoop, Dad.
Ooh. Let the sun shine on this beast. We have been blessed today with some of the greatest salmon fishing you can find in the Great Lakes. I wanted to show you an indication of the power of a king salmon. Of course, that's a spoon that he came on, that's a silver streak. And you notice that the hook is missing. The reason it's missing is look at that split ring. That is a welded split ring, not a traditional split ring. So that's as heavy duty as you can get, saltwater quality. Tore it completely open. That is just amazing, the power of a king salmon. No other fish in fresh water straightens out welded split rings.
Fishing 411 TV is brought to you in part by Cisco Fishing Systems, your fishing equipment experts. Fishing 411 TV is brought to you in part by Procure, ruthlessly effective bait scents.
One of the techniques that have caught a lot of our fish today are Dipsy divers, and when it comes to salmon fishing, it might be one of the more iconic ways of catching a king salmon. But one of the things I like to do with Dipsy divers in all of the Great Lakes, because they're just getting cleaner and cleaner, is I like to run a longer leader. Now you have kind of two options when it comes to that. You can rig that Dipsy diver up the traditional way where it's hooked in line, and you can run a really long leader off the back of that Dipsy. The problem with that is once you get the diver to the boat, now that fish is still 20 feet behind the back of the boat, and you literally have to hand over hand that fish at the back. And you're talking about these big king salmon, it's just kind of a recipe for disaster. So one of the things that I really like to do is I like to run an offshore release right here on the Dipsy diver. So this is an OR16 offshore tackle release, and it has a pin in it. What I do is I put it on the line, and in the speeds we're going today, I'm actually wrapping it on the line one other time. I'll show you exactly how I'm doing that. Very simple presentation, but what that allows me to do is make whatever leader length I want. If I want a 15, 20 foot long leader, I absolutely can do that. Now when that diver releases, when the diver gets up to the boat, all I have to do is unhook the diver, and then it's just me and the fish at that point. So it's a really slick method of just taking your standard divers, ones you probably already have in your garage, add an OR16 offshore tackle release to it. It's going to allow you to make those leader lengths, change them out throughout the day. And I'm telling you, first thing in the morning, you might find shorter leaders work. As that sun comes up, day in and day out, having a little bit longer leader really seems to put these fish in the boat.
We must be doing something right today, Jake, because we're fighting salmon. It took a long time to get Jake's last fish into the boat. It was a big one. And while we were fighting that fish, of course, we get hooked up with another fish. And you really can't fight two at the same time and drive the boat and run a video camera and host a television show all at the same time. So what do? You just put the rod in the rod holder and just drug the fish and hope for the best. I think I got him under control, Jakers.
Keep him coming just like that, Dad.
What we got? All right.
Nice steelhead.
Another steelhead? Oh, a little guy, huh? Look at that beautiful little steelhead right there. Whew. Man, oh man. See what color spoon he ate there. All mag spoons today, silver streaks. Normally we wouldn't run mag spoons for steelhead, but because the alewives are so prevalent and so big here in Lake Ontario, everything eats mag spoons here, everything. I'm not in the habit of wishing that fish would come off, but it wouldn't break my heart in this case. Wow. I just got done fighting in a 1 out of 10 color. But I think the good news is this is not quite as big a fish. So, so now I'm wishing for him to come off, and I'm wishing for smaller fish. You know you're getting your butt kicked when that happens. Ooh. More drags sizzling out. Whew. Go ahead.
That's how you want to see a diver go right there. Woo! Turn the clicker off here.
Doubled up. We're doubled up, son. Oh,
We've had that a lot today, man.
We have. That's a beautiful thing. I think yours is going to come a little sooner than mine, though. But we'll see.
I don't know.
He pulled out a lot. Ooh, he's 200 foot back on that diver. He's way out there.
Yeah, he's pulled out 100 feet and keep going. I think I got him pretty well.
Can you get back to the corner if I can, please?
A little closer. There we go. All right, let's get that one. That's my kind of king right there, Dad. It's a beautiful fish, but maybe not such a butt kicker like we've had today, man. We have seen some giant Lake Ontario king salmon, and that is a great salmon. Anywhere you go in the Great Lakes, that's a good one, but whew, it's nice for a little change of pace, maybe not have to catch one that's 19, 20 pounds. Scoop under that fish. You can see that's a lot of fish in the net right there.
Big chromers, man. Hey, my name is Mark Romanack. You've been watching Fishing 411. If you want to have the salmon trip of a lifetime, just come to Lake Ontario. I would suggest Olcott or Wilson in the summertime, and you will catch lots and lots of fish like this.
Closed captioning is provided courtesy of Precision Trolling Data, the Troller's Bible. Fishing 411 TV comes to you courtesy of Offshore Tackle, Yakima Bait Company, Suzuki Marine, Jay's Sporting Goods, Smooth Move Seats, Garmin Marine, Bill Lewis Lures, Starcraft Marine, Niagara Falls, USA, and Eagle Claw.
Get in there. That's what a box of fish is supposed to look like.